ain't do no cheers. We introduced ourselves, did we? This week?
I don't know. We just was talking.
Did we, Marcus?
No.
Nope.
Well, we went into a whole situation. Well, y'all know who I be. I'm Sunkissed Chuck.
And for those of you who don't know who I am, it's Chrissy, bitch.
Period.
And together we are to each his own.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
in
well,
this
if you
joint.
made it this far, you locked the fuck in now.
That's what's up.
So I ain't on to the next time. Back to this near long shit. Bitches get cheated on every day. Bitch.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, again, most of the time niggas cheat. It always happens. We say this all the time. Oh, he always cheats with a bitch beneath me. Okay. He was cheating with the assistant. She was managing some of Nia's flights and stuff. Le help.
Le
Okay.
help.
He was cheating with Le help. So it ain't like he was, and that's why she's so gracefully. Thank you guys for all the kind words and the prayers. She's a woman of grace. Okay, she's just gonna continue. I'm gonna take care of my family first. Thank you. She probably whooped his ass in the background already. Because at the end of the day,
She gave him the college hill when the girl was knocking the girl side her
exactly,
head with the hill.
she's a black woman, and if she got angry,
She got Bucky.
there you go, and real nucky.
It's like, no, we don't know that lady.
Right.
But shout out
But
to her,
anyway,
though. You're still
yeah,
beautiful.
she's beautiful. She handled the situation very gracefully, and you know it is what it is. You know, however she decides to handle the situation, because I believe that's her fiance. They're not married, so you know, best of luck to
Best
them.
wishes to her.
Yeah.
So, let's just jump right on into the topics. For whatever reason, I just can't get this shit to stand up. So, here we are.
You know damn well that shit ain't gonna stun.
Let's see. So, we got, Philly libraries fighting to remain open. 600 employees and need to hire about 350 more. Makes sense. Their hours have been cut in half. I frequent the library a lot for work. It's just like, wow. So you mean to tell me y'all really only open 1 to 5?
These kids don't read no more. They don't take advantage of any of the resources.
I just asked somebody the other day. Remember when we had to look up look up books in the library, like when we were younger, and they had we had to use the catalog, pull the catalog numbers.
Yeah.
I don't even think. I'm like, do they still do that?
I don't even.
He's
know.
like,
They don't. When the last time you been to the library? That's the face to me.
It's the eyebrows.
The nigga
up.
said,
I don't remember.
I mean,
Marcus,
I
you can
met,
read still. It's like,
Now
I
you
just
can read
I don't remember.
Nigga said, I don't know.
Define reading.
Define reading. You know, I read my text messages.
And even in these messages, speaking of messages, I just want to dive into these comments because they're pretty ignorant. Because I know how resourceful the library can be and how much of a big help it can be to people. Somebody's going to say, I can't remember the last time I was in the library. Marcus, crickets. How important are they? So then someone was like, they made a very important point. People who don't have access to Wi-Fi or a computer or who have access to a printer, they use the library for all of that. Like if you need to apply for jobs, you go to the library and use their computer to apply for jobs. Like, come on now, you act like you ain't had to sign the log to get on the computer.
Act like all you niggers got computers at home.
Okay, let's be for real. So, and sometimes the free Wi-Fi don't be Wi-Fiing.
Mm-hmm.
So let them live. So that's a very good point. Like, this is a resource for people in the community who cannot afford these types of apparatuses in order to get this type of shit done.
And for so many people who claim to need jobs, or just want to have different things on their resume, I feel like that's something that they can kind of maybe incorporate into maybe the high school curriculum, maybe to give them some volunteer hours.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's good. That's a good idea. Yep.
To keep the libraries open, so
and
that
especially
way,
during the summer, for ESY for parents who have to work and their kids
absolutely
don't have anywhere to go.
Absolutely, and then maybe even when it comes to employers, maybe if you have new employees, maybe incorporating that into part of their training processes, maybe having them volunteer, maybe doing an 8-hour
like
shift.
work ready program.
Yeah, like a work
part
ready,
of work ready.
doing a 8-hour part of that be your training for the job, so that way they always have a constant flow of people going to the library.
Yeah. Well, we good?
Okay.
Okay.
We paused. We had to look. We both just
I
stopped
was
like,
just
hey,
looking
we
like,
good?
I don't see anything.
So,
Okay.
So yeah, that's just my little tidbits.
They should definitely. They should
my
definitely
little ideas
do that.
I have that will work.
Yeah.
that I think will work.
Because it's kind of risky when you're trying to reintegrate people from that have been incarcerated. Of course, they have to pass background checks and stuff like that, but that's even a source of income for them too. Like you can help them, or even older people who want a job but not something that's crazy strenuous.
Right.
Want to be and work somewhere local. You know what I mean? So that's a good idea. Listen, our brains be ticking, y'all. Y'all might want to take a couple notes.
Take notes.
So yeah, so just like the lifeguards, help your city out.
Right.
So what else do we have here?
Do you want to get into the next one, or do you want to go into the one that leads us right into the topics?
We can go right into the topics.
Okay. You want to just hit on this last one so we can redirect us into that?
This was good. This is my kind of petty.
Go ahead, petty.
So basically, this isn't new. This is old, but I felt like it was so beautifully done. It just had to be talked about. So this guy made a whole thread. I don't know if I guess he was tweeting. Yeah, he was tweeting about how, so his neighbor, so he says, my neighbor caught his girlfriend cheating, never said anything, waited until she went on her trip with her girlfriends and gave all her shit to the Goodwill. He's breaking his lease Monday and Friday, and when she comes back next Tuesday. He's breaking his lease Monday and moving to his new apartment on Friday. And she doesn't come back from her vacation until that following Tuesday. And she don't know shit. And he was helping him move. He paid him $200. The boy who was tweeting it. So he gave him the tea and paid him to help him move.
All right, so let me start here. First and foremost.
First of all,
helped him.
Well fucking done, my man. Because let me tell you something. You ain't on here telling your business. Somebody else is. They still don't know your name. We still don't know who you are at the end of the day. However, that's what the fuck you get. I feel like he could have did any. We done seen so much bad shit in the news when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. Niggas putting their hands on females, all types of stuff. This was beautifully done. And honestly, yes, she probably can take him to small claims court. You know, he sold my stuff without me knowing and stuff like that, blase. But by the time she get home and realize what hit her, I don't even know that she's want to go that far, because you better be glad you didn't get knocked between the washer and the dryer. Not saying I condone violence, but I'm just saying people go off. People are triggered by less. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but selling my stuff though, like you could have just put it in the front.
No.
Like you took it an extra mile. So that was an extra mile of petty by selling it.
It was, but we don't know.
Make sure we
don't have
nothing.
The details to the extent of what she was doing and how she was doing it.
We don't, but he definitely wanted to make sure she had nothing.
It's a couple situations. Yeah, exactly.
He definitely wanted to make sure she had nothing.
They said what she was doing?
No, he didn't. But I'm thinking,
he just said that she was cheating.
For a man to be that petty, she had to have been doing him crazy dirty. It's no way in the world somebody's gonna. He thought about that, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, he wanted to knock her the fucking neck off.
He thought about it for real.
It makes you angry, like when you feel like somebody's,
He thought about it, and he waited until she went on vacation to do it.
Yep.
He had already found that apartment. He knew what day he was going to be able to break his lease or whatever. He waited. He strategically.
I'd rather go to court and be judged by 12 for that than be worried about being buried by 6, because I done knocked this girl out and put her in the hospital because I'm a man and she done hurt my feelings and I done went off. People respond emotionally to things. So would you have helped him? Yes, I would have.
Would you have charged him more than $200?
I would have charged him more than $200. Yes, I would have.
Would you have helped him?
What you mean? How much money you get from selling all her stuff? Yes, I need more than that. At least give me a little fine.
Yeah, because that's a lot of work.
That's a lot.
And I'm pretty sure it was short notice, because not only that.
Yeah, he said he broke the lease on Monday and moved into the new place on Friday. That's 5 days.
Was it like a worker? Like it wasn't like the guy's friend?
No, it was a neighbor.
It was just a neighbor. The neighbor is the one telling. The neighbor is the one that's tweeting about it.
That's why we don't know which state this was in. City, state, we don't know what the
I'm riding with the guy. I'm sorry. I'm riding with the guy.
Told from a third party scenario, like he did it very well.
She could go buy her shit back from the Goodwill if it's that deep. That's how I looked at it. At least it ain't burnt up. How waiting to exhale how females do.
Man,
at least it ain't bleached up.
And
at least it ain't cut up.
Yeah, that shit all separated and everything. It's just like she might be able to get big shit back, like shoes and all, but all clothes and shit. They done already sorted that shit the fuck out by size.
Yeah, just go look for it. You know your clothes. You know your clothes when you see them, though.
I'm not doing that shit all over again.
All right, well, and I bet you she don't do that dumb shit again if she did. I bet you shouldn't think twice. I don't give a fuck. I feel like that would stop any bitch who think they bad enough and bold enough to do some nut shit to a nigga. That would stop a bitch dead in her fuck. If you came home and all you had was the shit on your back and whatever's in your, that would stop up. That would humble the shit out of any bitch.
My whole thing about it is,
any bitch.
If you was dealing with this kind of nigga, you had to know what kind of nigga you was dealing with. She knew he was smart enough to come up with something like this.
That's on her.
All niggas ain't smart enough to come up with something this.
That's
this
why I don't feel
particular.
bad. That's a female move, yo.
Yeah, it definitely.
That's my kind of petty. I'm gonna sit
His
back and think about some shit
hurt.
like that. Because just like I said, I would rather be judged by 12 for me selling your shit than pushing your shit back any day. This is where crimes of passion come from. Period. There you go.
Well done.
Well done. Stick a fork in it. I know she probably was like, just stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Well done.
I just want to see the salty look on her face. I want to know the details, and I would pay to see the look on her face.
I know we definitely.
Honestly,
he need to tweet for the part too, but he probably don't have it because the guy moved.
I could think of one situation where I would have loved to do some shit like that. Like, I'm mad that it never got to that point that I couldn't do that. Because, it just gives me such satisfaction.
Do you care to share?
No, I don't care to share.
I'm just like, she was into it too. I'm like, well, bitch, now I want to know the details.
But I think we've all dealt with a person who got on our nerves to that extent. It's just like, that was really, like, strategic.
Yeah, because recently we was talking about it, and you going to tell me, well, Christine, you did do such and such. And, bitch, and you was there. And did you stop me?
He ain't say, and the fact that he didn't say nothing. Oh, it's like the cherry on top.
I really hope that
it was nothing to say, though.
This tweet is crazy, whoever this is. And then
Not you wishing her feelings be hurt even more.
Oh, Marcus is another level of evil that I have never been to.
Not the conniving.
so funny.
Not you wishing he pressed the edge a little bit more.
Like, not her scrolling on the timeline, seeing it like, oh, shit.
Seeing her own story flash before her eyes. Not seeing her own story.
No, it had to smack the shit out of her by that time. Because it's like, you know who your nigga neighbors is. He only talk about one person. It's just like, and you know in your heart you was cheating.
Right, and the neighbor tweeted it. His picture was up there. So if that was, she knew his face, like you said. You know who your nigga neighbors is. So
don't think I'm mean, y'all, but I'm just saying. I thought this all the way through. Because when I saw it, I really laughed. I was cracking up.
What you mean, don't think you mean? Just don't fucking turn on the bitch. Because you know what the fuck type shit gonna happen to you.
Facebook market. Let go. Offer up.
Let me tell you something. I literally, for anybody who follows me, I literally just posted this fucking recently, and I'm so glad Anna just said this about herself, because all these bitches are like this. Anna is exactly the fuck like this. I just posted, dude, I'm happy I ain't got no soft ass friends. I love them smart mouth hoes. All them bitches is smart mouth, petty. They will all do the same shit I would do. So if you ever look at me and think, oh my God,
in different capacities,
I think Chrissy would do this.
Capacities.
Chrissy's crazy enough to do this, or she's crazy enough to do this, or she's likely enough to do this. Just when you fucking say all of that shit about me, just look at my friends and say all the same shit about them, because I'm trying to told you
don't let her
that
like
we have something in common.
Okay, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, I love you.
You are ridiculous.
You know I love Bobby Brown. Don't do that.
Shout out to you, sir. I'm glad that you didn't take another pettier or more dangerous route for yourself. I'm sorry. I just have to congratulate people when they really think things through. But shout out to you. But anyway.
Well played. Well done. Well played.
Okay, MVP. Okay, so all right. So topic one.
So now for some good shit when it comes from guys. Now to the good shit. Okay.
So can we ask you? Should we ask Marcus, because he's a man?
Yes, Marcus, you're a man. So,
he's a man.
A black man is going viral for this message that he told for the ladies. Paying all the bills in the household for a woman that didn't expect you to is way better than paying them for a woman that demands you to. I don't know how to explain the logic in this thing, but it just is.
Paying bills for a woman that didn't expect you to is better
than paying them for a woman who demands you to.
It's like, all right, you come home or you at home and you like, yo, I should clean my room. And then you halfway into cleaning it, and your mom is like, yo, you really need to clean your room. Like this is nasty. and now you just don't feel like cleaning it no more.
Oh, you was one of them kids.
And now you just don't feel like cleaning.
And suddenly,
it's just.
I'm like that, so I understand that logic. Don't fucking tell me to do something that I already had plans and intentions on doing.
Like, you could have been like, oh, like you're cleaning your room. Like, I really like that. Like, it's getting clean. I like that. But you was just like, you see me cleaning my room and was like, yo, this is dirty.
You still decide to be a shit talker.
Yeah. It's like that.
And even before that point, I get what you're saying, because it's like, if I'm already doing it, don't be over here barking orders at me. Right. I understand where you're coming from with that, but in the sense of, even from another kind of perspective, but more towards that same side, I expect this, and this, and this. And I want to break that down a little bit, because it's just like, some men will answer to that. Some men don't mind that a woman comes forward with her demands and puts them on the table and lets them know what she expects. However, I feel like the mannerism in which you do that is very important, because there's nothing wrong with having standards. Mm-hmm. That just means that you know and you set your own value. And that's what was intended for us as individuals, to determine that for ourselves. So with that being said, it's just like, all right, so more so, is it a situation where it's like, what's understood ain't got to be explained with you? I feel like that's where I'm thinking he's coming from too, because it's just like, we don't have to. Of course, you're going to discuss money and what the dynamic's going to be, but at the end of the day, like, you don't got to keep reminding me that you this is due, then you got to pay this and you got to pay that. Like, you barking orders at me, like, I got this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, because I can see how that can be a turnoff for a man, because I know females that's like that. They walk around barking like, oh no, a nigga gonna pay all my bills. Like, it's bitches who really like walk around saying it like that. Like, and with an entitled mindset,
right? Because just like you said, it's okay to have standards, and everyone
absolutely you should. Men, women, children, everybody should have standards.
Absolutely
even
should.
Infants.
Everybody absolutely should.
I said huggies, bitch.
But when it comes to like our parents always taught us, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to how you approach the situation, you're just not about to say any old thing to me and expect me to do. And it's like, okay, it's like, even like you said, using the parental example, your parents give you the expectations like, okay, you're supposed to have these chores done or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if you see me in the process of doing it, or you see me, I'm doing things,
knocking things off,
and you think you just gonna come in here and sideswipe me and think, okay, stop what you're doing, stop everything that you're doing right now and get to this thing. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah, right. It don't work.
Sometimes even at work, your boss might do that too. Yes. They come to you with something that they feel like needs to be done more expeditiously than the task that you're currently working on, or this has more in the immediate attention that's needed to it. Okay, well, just because it just came across your lap, just because it's an emergency to you, doesn't mean it's an emergency for me.
Yeah, and in life across the board, everyone's sense of urgency falls differently on the spectrum.
Exactly, which is why I do think that part of that mindset, part of that should be also incorporated into exactly what he's talking about. Again, even for women with standards, because we have them.
Absolutely,
we have shit that we think men should absolutely be this way, or whatever our thoughts are, whatever the case may be, but we're not coming off and just, we're not on some Corella DeVille shit.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know what I mean?
Work.
We're not being.
I don't want a man that I can talk to like that personally.
Exactly.
I don't
want a person that I can talk to.
It's giving Walmart welcome mat. Like, no.
Yeah, it's giving dog.
Mm-hmm. Glad I tied all that up in a little knot.
It's giving dog. Like, and you know what's crazy? Because men have said to me before, no, Christine, I feel like you like men that you can run over. Why? Because I have a strong personality. I feel like as a woman that when we have strong personalities, we're automatically perceived as that we like to talk down on men, or we like to belittle men. No. My large personality, my big dick energy has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with wanting to demean anybody, not even just a man, anybody. That's just me. But a man can walk in the room, have all this big dick energy, and then everybody gonna be on his dick. Like we talked about this before. Like,
what did we say?
We're considered being a bitch, and dicks and men are they big bosses or what the fuck, y'all. Okay, I'm going to keep
alpha men in control.
I'm going to keep
this controlling.
Exactly. I'm going to keep this same big dick energy for all the way across the board. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you're the crackhead. I don't care if you're the drug dealer. I'm going to keep this same big dick energy with everybody. Everybody. Thank you.
I feel you, niece. I feel you.
Just saying.
I feel you.
So small because I think this young man is you and you is him.
I can't. So,
like
I
you
feel
said,
like we broke that down pretty
like
well.
you tied that up in a little knot very well.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I guess we can all chime in on this one too. I'm sorry, Marcus, for using you today. It's pretty long. I'm gonna try to sum it up a little bit. So, requiring your partner to be financially stable while allowing them to remain emotionally and mentally bankrupt is wild. If love is going to come secondary to your lifestyle, at least make sure there's peace that comes with that luxury. You have all the things money can buy, but even remember the last time you wore but can't even remember the last time you wore a genuine smile. By all means, there is nothing wrong with dating someone who can provide for you. In fact, I encourage it. But someone who can cover a tab isn't necessarily the same person whose character can withstand life's trials. And I just want to stop and pause right there because that statement with alone by itself holds so much weight to me because it's like, yo, that's so true. Like, and people want to laugh and joke around it. Like, I see that a lot. Like, oh, the money going to change me. Oh, yeah, whoever said money can't buy you happiness lied. No, all these people who have money in the world are not fucking happy. They're miserable as shit. They're fucking miserable.
Yes, you do.
They're being taxed out their assholes. The ones who can't make it to the level where they can just, be elite, like not pay taxes
Whether
and
Uncle
shit.
Sam wants something from you or the people around you always want something
They
from
got to
you
worry about
something from
everyone
you.
else's livelihood because if they make one false move, they're responsible for so many people's livelihoods that's so much stress because you already provided a lifestyle for your family and you've already provided a lifestyle for their families. So it's like that's a lot of pressure
I feel
to have
bad
on you.
for with people like that, unfortunately, and we talked about this in one of our recent episodes, that unfortunately those people did not master the art of saying no.
Yeah, that too.
Because I never could understand how you could, even when you think about child stars, right, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
And how everybody who's running their pockets and running everything going on around them is an adult.
Yeah, they don't have no say so really.
So at what point did you get to this level where you're now taking care of everybody else when you started in the game? You were being taken care of.
Right.
You were not responsible for
yourself
yourself because you were a minor. Even when it comes into being a young adult, say you're 18, 21, you get signed, you get a record deal. You 18, you got your friends from high school. You say you come from not even a single parent household. Say you come from a 2-parent household. You may have 2 siblings or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Say you come from a middle class family. Your family is doing averagely well for themselves.
Right.
At what point, who made the decision that said, okay, because you make the most money in the family, you have to take care of us? That only becomes a thing where people cross this threshold that go into celebrities or notoriety of some level. Once you hit a certain tax bracket, it seems like. And it seems like those people, again, have an issue with saying that because you got people who running around here on millions of dollars and who definitely making bank who not doing all of that.
I can't say that if I was a parent in that situation, I wouldn't agree with taking some sort of percentage and putting it aside so I can create some sort of generational wealth for our family, especially if I'm a very big instrument in honing my child's craft and helping them get, or whoever it is in the family, and helping them get where they are. It would definitely be in the talks and it definitely would be on the table all the time. However, I do not feel like it's fair for you to expect for them to have to take financial responsibility for everyone. I think that's where a lot of us fall short at when it comes to that, and I think that's why that shit never really has any longevity for real, because everybody attacks them as soon as they even get above the surface. It's like, well, damn, now that I'm freed myself of all my debts and I'm living the life that I, without worrying about how I'm gonna pay this or that or whatever like that.
And most of them don't even go into the situation with debt.
With that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They get just and then some of them get debt from taking care of their family.
Right, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them don't even, depending on how old you are. Some people don't even go to these deal situations, for lack of a better word, with having any debt. They're created.
Honestly, money and energy are is a very tip-tap thing. Because honestly, think about it. Because even with that statement, and I don't want to get too far off because it, what's being said ties in well with what I'm about to say. But I just feel like even with generational wealth, even if the money is there, if the principle, if the mindset, if the integrity, if the work ethic is not instilled, you are a lost fucking cause. That money can be flushed down the fucking toilet. Because you can say, just because I want to have an automotive dealership, Just because I want to manufacture this or that and do that and make wealth and be wealthy from that doesn't mean my child wants that. So then we have to figure out what steps we need to take to be able to make sure that they're still stable while fulfilling their own dreams and getting whatever they got to get off the ground to add to the pot, to add to the trust. You know what I'm saying? So we still got to, while we're giving them the tools to get the money, we got to instill the attitude, the thought process, the mindset, the approach, the how you carry yourself. All that shit matters. All that shit matters. I'm just want to put it out there. I'm sorry. All that shit matters, yo, because you a lost cause. You can have as much money as you want in the world. But if you're raising a little dickhead, what you think you going to do? Blow that shit on coke, yachts and hoes. Blow yachts and hoes. You raising a little dickhead. But anyway, real shit.
Oh, gosh.
So.
Why you come up with a new term every week?
Who, me? Oh, my God. Y'all really making it about me. That's not about me. Marcus, you don't have to laugh this hard. Yo, I'm crying.
Because you're talking about the little dickheads.
No, real shit, because you can raise a little asshole, yo. Some kids really be assholes.
We met big ones, so yes.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I met whole little big assholes, like your big asshole.
And in the same breath while I'm saying all of that, because you want to know what else is broke behavior, broke is having an absent, non-attentive, unsupportive partner that lets you do it all alone. Broke is poor communication and playing the blame game to dodge accountability. Broke is having to turn a blind eye to their unfaithfulness to avoid sleeping alone.
Ha! Well,
let it sink on in.
That was a word.
So permeable to the soul.
Come on, Minister Chop.
Anyway, sorry, no. Broke is having to wake up every day and front your happiness before the world, then turn around and nurse internal wounds behind closed doors. Broke is a spiritually dead companion who isn't capable of praying nor leading his household or her household because him or her is constantly rewarded for their badass habits. I could go on, but I think that you get my drift. Just make sure the relationship is making multiple good deposits. And I'm sure someone is thinking, what does the single woman in her 30s know? Well, there's the answer to your question. I don't date the broke or the broken. If the union isn't mutually beneficial, it'll quickly become your heaviest burden. No, thank you.
The broke and the broken. Ooh.
When I say sis red,
for filth.
Siri ain't got shit on her.
Nope.
He's a hard hitter, sir.
Siri ain't got shit on sis.
When I saw that post, I was up at 4 a.m. I said, oh, no, screenshot. Ugly as shit.
It's the last
ugly
screenshot.
as shit. Eyeballs crusty, about crusty than the pizza. Like, that.
You have to go.
It was.
I think you broke that down very well, girlfriend.
That was a good post, though.
It was a good
meet
post.
This girl.
It was a good post. Yeah, we might. If you find her, DM her. We might have to bring her on.
Yeah, man. We keep talking about this money shit, but nobody teaching their kids principles. That's why it's so much bullshit now that and it's not even just because it's a rise of videos on social media. It's just like their attitude towards life in general.
And social media is just exposing it more. We're able to see it a whole lot more quickly. How people are thinking, what their mindset is, what their thoughts are behind their actions, because they're being more quickly exposed towards social media. So that not only are they putting forth the action, but they're recording it.
Absolutely.
And they want everybody else to see it. And it's just like, we didn't ask for that, but since you gave it to us, don't go telling us to mind our fucking business when we give our opinion on it.
There you go. Now, that shit is backwards. I will say that. But go ahead, girlfriend.
No, that's all I was going to say about that. I'm just saying.
Slide into the
next
topic.
All right, so since let's slide into this last one. So, like Marcus, oh, Lord. All right, so we're going to end off. We started off strong, but we're going to end off a bit messy. All right. I'm just going to tell y'all, it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos. And it's something we was talking about Facebook versus Instagram versus Twitter and all that. So this post actually came from Facebook. So it was a status attached with 7 photos, which was consisted of a combination of screenshots and pictures. And the status said, imagine your man being shot and unavailed to you, shot, and this says unalived. I don't know why it says unalived.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
At first too.
I thought it was.
She made my brain go backwards.
Yeah, she made my eyes.
I really read it the same way, but go ahead.
So it says, imagine your man being shot and you pour your heart out on a post dedicated to him, only to find out that he had a boyfriend and everybody knew it but you. Lord, you can't even take your secrets to the grave no more because they're being dug the fuck up. R.I.P. to this man. Prayers for his wife, boyfriend, and family.
Look at Marcus' face.
So again,
that shit like doi?
Another right. So this was another third person. This appears to be maybe a friend of somebody following the person that this happened, and they kind of screenshotted the whole situation and they posted it on their own
third party.
Their own page, another third party. So it was a 28-year-old man shot in Charlotte, North Carolina last year in 2021. The wife was slayed. She was reposting their, pictures of them and statuses and stuff. You know how, people get when someone dies, you kind of post the last little bit of messages and stuff. You had different exchanges between the two when you're stating that you missed them. Oh, but then this was followed up by posts of his boyfriend posting the same things. Posts of them, I miss you, so on and so forth. So pretty much the guy dies, both his wife and his boyfriend are posting I miss you posts on social media. And she finds out. Everybody knew this man had a double life. It doesn't exactly. Yeah, she found out sometime, I guess, between him dying and the funeral.
Yeah.
So, like through the boyfriend's post.
It doesn't say exactly how she found out, but she found out some way between him passing and the funeral. So somewhere I guess around a week's time period, because that's normally about the average a week or a week or two.
Like if someone
When she found out,
wait, I figured it out.
You found it?
So she made a post.
So pause, y'all. Anna was going through the details while we were just talking
about she not okay, she in pain, the love of her life died. And lo and behold, in the comments, they got pictures of him with his boyfriend right here. I just want you to see this.
So somebody in the comments posted the pictures
of him and the boyfriend.
So the comments was being messy. So that's this one right here.
Yes.
The comments was being messy.
definitely loved his boyfriend. It was so cute.
The relationship, and then tagged the boyfriend. And then somebody said, DeMarco is my cousin, so I know.
Yep.
So again, so the way that somebody expressed to her, so she's pouring her heart out on social media. And in the midst of her pouring her heart out, I'm sorry, I know it's a lot going on, y'all. I know, because we was trying to get it together. So now that we have it, here it goes. So in the midst of you posting your heart out because you lost your husband, somebody comments on that post, and the comment includes a picture of your husband and his boyfriend saying, "Oh well, I love this relationship because this is the relationship I knew he had going on and was happy in, pretty much."
Wait, it's the picture of them,
and then it's a bunch of follow-up comments saying,
"This
confirming.
Is the one that killed me. Don't play with my top. Don't play with my top." He said, "Don't play with my top." It got real.
Meaning that, as in top and bottom.
Yes. Oh my God. The boyfriend made a comment of a picture of them. Don't play with my top.
And clearly the boyfriend knew he was married.
Yeah, like.
But
meanwhile, that's him and his wife.
Right.
And him and the boyfriend. Yes. It's given.
Yeah.
Everyone falls.
It's also just the fact that, like.
Shoot.
Like, yeah, that happened.
This shit is crazy.
But everybody.
And he is a top. You can tell.
Everybody being like, yo, like. This man had a boyfriend this whole time.
And everybody knew.
It's crazy.
Yeah. After the fact is wild.
Like
it's not right.
Knew, and then
except her.
This moment to be like, yo, he had a boyfriend this whole time.
Yep.
Just wanted you to know.
And he was more in love.
Like
apparently with this man than he was with you.
Marcus.
Shoot.
Marcus.
Shoot at you.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Just oh my God. Imagine.
They were in love. It was given in love.
In love. Like they were more of a couple than him and the wife was.
Yes.
Niggas in the
He definitely that picture with him and her kissing, it was definitely giving fake energy. This was real energy. That man was
giving y'all tied
I don't know why he didn't come out the closet.
Me neither.
And at the end of the day, and we had this conversation a little bit behind off camera too. It's 2022. I don't understand why anybody would still be on the down low.
Okay. Without sounding ignorant. And she doesn't mean that in an ignorant way.
No, not in the ignorant. I mean, it's so much.
Because
it's so much
a lot
exposed.
of people
Everybody
like they
knows.
still are targeted and they still have a chance of being hurt. But in my mind, I'm just like, well, from the situations that I hear, if you're not dealing, and I know you can't help who you love and all, but like if that's what comes with it, that's just like being heterosexual and dealing with somebody who's in a whole like marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
because some
who's
people
going home
rather
to their
that,
wife every night.
But people will
it's
judge
risky.
them.
It's risky as shit. And so it's just like if you're gonna be who you are, 1,000%. Let people know that's who you are. Like
people
will
respect your truth no matter what.
Absolutely.
But I feel like the LGBTQ plus community is so large and there's so many different what's the word I'm looking for? It's so many different levels to their lifestyle. You know what I mean? You have transgender women, transgender men. We're considered, a cis heterosexual woman, but you have so many different fluidities that go back and forth within the LGBTQ plus community. I don't understand why anybody would still feel as though it's necessary to be on the down low. If you're bisexual, if you like both men and women, just come out as bisexual. Why the fuck do you feel the need to be married, lie to your wife, and have her think that you're a cis heterosexual man and still be fucking a man?
That's a big part of the problem too.
Like, why not? If you just like men and you don't like women, or whether you like both, just say what it is.
And then you want to kill them when they feel like they're getting too attached.
That's not fair. Yeah,
or they're getting too close to.
That's not fair to anybody. I'm like, we're in the last quarter of 2022 at that. Like, I feel like we're too far past that for anybody to still be living a life on a DL. Like, if you're not comfortable with coming out of the closet yet because of your family or whatever your situation is, your lifestyle immediately surrounding you, that's one thing. But if you dating this man, he was dating that man out loud. Plenty of people, everybody knew about her.
But coming out
so
of the
clearly
closet
that you are comfortable
different.
being gay out loud to some level.
But
you know what I mean?
it looks different when it's for different people though. And because it just sparked something in my head, because it's like, what does coming out of the closet actually look like for one person versus the next person? It definitely looks
different for different people.
Because I know gay men who dress regular, whatever that is, like suits, Armani suit, down tailored, like dress, like in corporate, crushing the dress game in corporate. But they got a boyfriend, and that's just what they prefer. Not all gay men are flamboyant. Not all gay men choose to wear women's clothes or get their nails painted or wear wigs or whatever you may have you. Some of them just feel like, okay, I'm still a man at the end of the day.
And that's my point. Yeah, and that's my point. Like, you know what even draws me even more to that point?
Have to walk around, like, does it like
you know what draws me to that? You know, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a little ghetto.
What?
Shout out to Sundays. Zeus Network, okay. Y'all know I watch Zeus.
You and Zeus.
Bobby, I love you, okay. Bobby Ice got his own dating show, so clearly it's a dating show full of gay men.
Got you.
And it was but Bobby Likes is a flamboyant gay man.
Yeah.
He doesn't want a flamboyant gay man as a partner, and that makes sense to me. So he let one guy go.
As a woman, I don't want a man that's in the mirror with me.
Exactly. So, but it was a guy that I'm like, this guy would be so cute. It's like his best friend or something like that. But he was offended. But he was like, I feel like you're a little bit too feminine. You and I are a lot alike. The energy is too much the same. So I don't feel like it would really work. So I'm gonna have to let you go. And the guy was offended, and I'm like, why? Like, your nickname on the show, you know how on the dating shows everybody got their own nickname. Like, your nickname on the show was Miss Mamas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, you wasn't given, masculine. Right. But there's other guys on the show, and I remember, Rolling Ray on there, guy hosting with him. He said about this one guy that's from Ohio. He was like, he is so handsome and he looks like super masculine. The girl's gonna be like, why is he gay? And I'm like, that's the first thing I said when I saw this particular guy. I said, out of all the guys I'm looking at, he looks the most heterosexual.
Okay.
And there was another guy that I'm like, he looks a little heterosexual, but the moment he opens his mouth, I'm like, I can tell. And again, no shade to the church, but growing up in the church house around all the good Baptists, the Pentecostals, the non-denominationals, and the apostolics, the good Kojics and everybody else.
Okay.
My gaydar is on a beam, okay? That's like, I can tell a gay man from 2 states away. And that's just it. So it just interests me to watch the show because I like to see the different dynamics of, you know, how gay men can present themselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And in everyday lifestyle that we may or may not think we see, but it's right under our noses. So realistically, that's really the reason why I watch the show. He got guys on there that you would think will be hustlers on the corner. You be like, this man is gay. Like when you just by looking at them, like you be like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
And
tattoos,
and no
although
shade.
their face look like Lil Wayne, all kinds of stuff, like look completely thugged out. You know what I mean?
And no
But again,
shade.
they're just they prefer what they prefer, and that's what. That leads more to my point. We're in 2022. Why do you gotta be DL when there's something out here for everybody?
At the end of the day, no shade. That's why, like, I know it's old heads would tell me back in the day, be careful with a guy that like to go back and forth to jail a whole lot.
Yep.
Be careful.
I was told
There's
that too.
something in there waiting for him. Watch your body, young John. But yeah, girl, we done broke it down, honey. Child.
We broke it down, broke backs and bit the down.
Okay. Not broke back mountain.
Broke back mountains.
But who is the boss of the week this week? Who we got?
I don't have it.
Who we gonna be?
Who we gonna choose? Who you gonna call?
I'ma just because I seen so much. I just want to shout out. Listen, we may have nominated y'all, but fuck it, we gonna do it again. Frosting Lounge is on the move. They've been having a lot of events. Shout out to y'all. Y'all had another sold out event recently this past weekend. That's the peoples. That's my homie. I see y'all. I'ma get over there soon. I mean, I'm trying to get in the door for the November event. Matter of fact, let me look into getting my ticket today because I feel like it's gonna be sold out again. But they've been having so many different events and stuff. I like how they got it set up. It's a Black-owned business. It's in Clifton Heights. It's called Frosting Lounge.
Okay.
They do like sweet treats and stuff like that. Cakes, stuff like that. They also cook. They make soul food and they also have events. So they had like a brunch the other day. The menu was off the fucking chain, y'all. I'm just saying it was off the chain. So y'all might want to go check them out. Again, they're located in Clifton Heights. I'm going to look up there and they have an Instagram.
Look him up.
Let me see. I'm gonna look them up real quick. Oh, here it is. So they are located on 350 East Broadway Ave in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania. So that's Delaware County. They live like I'm telling y'all, they got cupcakes. They had the flash sale on cupcakes. Buy one cupcake, get one free, any flavor. They got personal cakes, buy one, get one half off. And they had it from the time they was open to the time they closed. So it was pick up only, but get your ass over there because these desserts is looking real delectable. Black owned again because y'all know how we roll. Get on over there. If you in the county, show them some love. Get you some sweets and check out their events.
I ain't say on Wobble. Get in there.
Yeah. And they also have a website at thefrostinglounge.com. So hit them up.
Now.
Yep. They call themselves an experience. Period.
I like a good experience.
Me
I'm
too.
not gonna like that. I'm not gonna lie. I like a good experience.
Yeah.
Can they make me something for Halloween?
We're gonna have to see.
Okay.
All right now. But
All
yeah,
right.
shout out to y'all.
Yes.
Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in.
It was a good week.
It was a good week. Fall is here. Fall is in full swing. Fall is in
Full
full
effect.
motion. Yes.
Yes, it's officially hoodie season.
Period. Holiday season.
Yeah, hoodie
So-
season, holiday season, yeah.
I am one of your lovely hosts, Sunkish Chuck.
I'm the second one, Chrissy.
And
Bitch.
together we are
Teach his own. Thank you for joining us. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.